media rang yesterday's opening bell to celebrate its recent listing on NYSE American, bringing back Trey Baj, smart shopping expert at True Trey. Trey, welcome to NYSE Live.
Thanks so much for having me.
Sorry about those technical difficulties. So, Trey, we keep hearing that new tariffs could drive up prices later this year. When do you think shoppers will really start to feel this at the register?
Sure. So we're feeling it a little bit right now. There's a very interesting study from Goldman Sachs that found that consumers are bearing about 22% of the brunt of tariffs, but the prediction is it could go as high as 67% by October. So that means prices, even though they're high now, will continue to go up on select items.
All right, and despite higher prices, is Labor Day weekend a good time for parents to finish up back to school shopping?
Absolutely. And even this week, I'm seeing a lot of deal activity. And of course, this will go through Labor Day. What's good about back to school shopping right now is that you will see clearance level deals, specifically on school related things like themed backpacks and lunch bags, for example. And then I am seeing some exclusive sales that you definitely want to keep an eye on. So with Instacart, who I work with, they have 20% off exclusively at Staples, Michael's, Container Store, and others. So that's a really good one to look at. And then go directly to brands as well. So, for example, Mint Mobile has an amazing deal on an S25 phone if your child needs a phone and service. And that gives you 2 years of service, and that's $800 off. So the deals are out there. You just need to look for them.
And Trey, in your opinion, what are some of the best Labor Day categories to shop, especially for families and students?
Sure. So Labor Day, we always rely on great deals for things for the home. For example, mattresses, large appliances, small appliances, furniture. But like I said, we will see a lot of back to school related deals. And something that's interesting for parents is, we'll see summer clearance, and that can apply to warmer weather clothing that kids can wear for the first couple months of the year. Or of course, if you live in a warmer climate, clothes that could take them all throughout the school year.
All right, and appliances are a very big investment. With all of these pricing shifts and sales, when do you think is the ideal time to buy an appliance?
I'd say now, if you have an appliance that's on its last legs and you've been contemplating getting one, Labor Day is known for appliance deals. And so it is a good time to make your move because those prices might go up in the coming months. We'll see additional deals around Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but by then the prices might be higher on appliances, of course, if they're imported.
All right, and are there any items that we should wait on purchasing?
Yeah, so the tech category is not very strong right now from a deals perspective. Of course, if you need a laptop for your child, make sure you're taking advantage of any available student discounts, for example. I would also suggest looking at refurbished. And then other categories I would hold off on are fall clothing. You'll be out and about in the stores and you might see some beautiful things in the windows, but the sales are not going to be strong right now because it's too early in the season. And then toys, they're not known to be on sale around Labor Day. We really see better toy deals in December. So hold off there if you can.
If somebody is going out for Labor Day or perhaps shopping for back to school, are there any tips that you have to go out and make really wise decisions when shopping rather than emotional decisions?
Yeah, so I always suggest making a list. It seems so obvious, but when you go into a store, especially one that has lots of things that are intriguing to you, you can tend to kind of go off track and go over budget. So if you're going into a store, go with a list. Also, always have your phone with you because a lot of stores offer price matching to the prices that are online, which could be slightly different. So, for example, Best Buy does this, Target. So that's always good to compare those online prices. And then make sure you have a shopping app on your phone that will help you save. There's Coupon Cabin, there's Shopback, there's Ibotta. These are all tools that you can use to save a little bit more on top of retailer sales that you'll be seeing over Labor Day.
You mentioned price matching. Do you think it's worth asking a store for a price match?
I do, but just keep in mind, most stores don't price match other retailers. This is something that's kind of going away. Target just removed their price matching of competitors. And so there are only a handful of retailers that offer this. But because of dynamic pricing, you might find a different price in store versus that retailer's online price. So it's always good to check. And then if you see a different price, you can absolutely ask for a match, and the store will be happy to honor that lower price.
All right. Thank you, Trey Baj, smart shopping expert at True Trey.
Thanks so much.